Welcome to the Pink Milk Show. Your talkers is Tommy, Brian, Michael. And the best winner is Michael, a super fan. And yes, so. Bye.
Hello there, and welcome to Pink Milk, your Star Wars podcast for us superfans.
And those of us who are forced, get it? Forced, the force be with you, to listen to them.
My hand is extended like Baby Yoda, and I'm straining, and I may need to take a nap, but not until we discuss Season 7 of Clone Wars, Episode 2, A Distant Echo. Hello there, and welcome to Pink Milk. I am Brian. With me, as always, is my better half and your better host, Thomas.
Hello.
Hello. Happy someday fun day to you.
Happy someday fun day to you.
It's someday, sometime, on some channel, and we're happy to be here with you.
On Sunday.
On Sunday,
Oh, I meant someday.
secrets revealed on this episode of Pink Milk.
Hey, you know, it may start on someday, but you don't know what day it actually ends on, right? Some days they don't end on the same day they start.
It seems very obvious to me. I wonder if it's obvious to anyone else. Probably.
We're hoping not.
Well, I am very excited. March Madness has begun, and I'm not talking about basketball.
What are you talking about, Brian?
I am talking about my mad addiction to fitness.
I like it. Tell me more.
I am very excited. Tom and I have always taken pretty good care of ourselves. Then we became parents, became more difficult. And the beginning of this year, if you remember, listeners, I first threw my back out in January. Then I got sick. And I feel like I spent the first 2 weeks of 2020 in bed.
Being a baby.
And Papa don't play like that. So I'm turning this, what looks like a straight dad bod, back into a gay dad bod. And leather daddy.
Sorry,
I come.
people in advance.
But in all seriousness, I just didn't like not feeling well.
So you're using this platform as your way to be accountable, I would imagine?
Yes.
By sharing your goal with the world
Yes.
and having some accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm looking
I
down
like
in
it.
front of me, and I'm very excited to see that someone else held themselves to the same accountability. And I'm seeing a spiral notebook filled with notes.
Yes, I did. I was up very early on Someday, and I rewatched the episode, and I've taken copious notes.
Copious notes. I'm pretty excited. They look like doctor's notes.
I'm hoping I'll be able to read them. It was early in the morning, and it was pre-coffee.
And you know, I got to say something. I've had, it's been very busy at work this week. We've had a pop-up store. We're getting a new interface for our POS systems and a new web design interface, which is the only thing that really affects me. But anyways, I've really only had 2 days this week to do normal work and 3 days of other things. So it's been crazy. So also, I think this podcast has been having an effect on Thomas over there. Because the one who's forced to listen has seen the episode twice. The one doing the hand waving has only seen it once. What's going on here? I woke up this morning, and this dude over here's already watched it. I was like, oh, I was looking forward to watching it again. So
I'm feeling like my performance in the last episode or 2 or 4 may not have been, it's tough being a star. Well, that's how I felt watching the episode. I mean, previous to this one, of course.
Well, I love me some clones, but I'm really looking forward to seeing my girl.
Ahsoka.
There'll be a new level of excitement for me personally when my little.
So when's she going to show up at the end of
I don't know.
the series or what?
I doubt it.
I hope not.
I hope not too.
That's how you hooked me into watching it.
Little Tagruta hook.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we have some things to discuss. There's been some exciting news released this week.
Brian, tell us about that news.
Well, Bob Iger is stepping down, kind of, sort of. He's
Well,
taken like one step down.
Why?
I don't know. Look, here, I'll discuss it because we need to, but I'm
What's
not
the name
gonna...
of the girl we watched her?
Grace Randolph.
Grace.
Beyond
According to
the
Grace,
trailer.
she wants to
Yeah,
be
and
the
I
Walt
watched
Disney.
Yeah, I
He wants
watched
to
a
be
few
the
other
Walt
things,
Disney.
but I'm not going to be one of those people, and I'm sure they know something, but I do know that I've watched YouTube and podcasters that they think they know about it, and it's clear they don't, so I'm not going to pretend to do, but I'm going to mention it because we have a platform, and when you have a platform, sometimes you have to discuss things that you don't necessarily always want to discuss, but it's important to discuss said things. So anyways, he's stepping down apparently, and this other Bob Chapek or something like that. What was his name? I wrote it down. Chapek is taking over, and apparently Bob Chapek is the one who runs like the amusement park things.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's taking over, but Bob Iger is remaining on at least until 2021
When his contract ends.
as creative director, basically the creative side of things. So that's cool. I would imagine he wants to step down because seems to me like his run has been pretty much perfect. So you might as well leave when you're on top. Let's not pull like a Will and Grace and have a horrible, or actually more
I
pertinent.
thought I did pretty well, though.
No, I was talking about the original season finale.
okay.
That last season was so terrible.
Yeah.
But let's actually talk about something a little more relevant and something that a lot of our listeners, because I don't know how many of y'all are LGBTQ plus queer community, homos, whatever you want to call ourselves, that listen to us, or if there's, straight people out there. I'm sure there's not a lot of super conservative like evangelicals listening to us. Maybe there is. If you are, let us know. That's great. More power to you.
We're open-minded and we don't judge.
Out loud.
Ever.
Just teasing. We don't want to Game of Thrones it.
Yeah, they shouldn't have come back that last year.
I don't know if this makes me like how this makes me, but I really loved that series.
Yeah, because it was great.
But I disliked that final episode so much that I think it ruined the entire series for me. And really, not even one thing. Those Lannisters did not deserve a happy ending. And it ruined the entire show for me. Because if I were to rewatch it, because I'm someone who can rewatch lots of things, I could see those two destroying everything, knowing that they get a horrible end. And I would be really excited because I'm like, oh, you're going to get it. Now I'm like, they're doing all these horrible things, and you get to kiss at the end. It ruined the entire show.
Well, you are not alone. It has been dubbed one of the worst endings in series history anyway.
So I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of glad they're not on Star Wars anymore. You remember that when they were going to be on Star Wars?
No.
Yeah. They were going to be on Star Wars, and they walked away because Netflix gave them a lot of money.
Oh.
I have a feeling
They were going to be on Disney.
Yeah, they were going to take over an entire Star Wars trilogy.
Oh. Wow.
So I have a feeling, which is a good segue. Okay, that's the Bob Iger news. That's all I got to say about it because I don't know about how any of that stuff works. I'm assuming Kathleen Kennedy's coming next, that she'll be stepping down soon, too. Her contract is up.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah. I don't want to be a KK hater. She hasn't called as much, so I must have said something on the show. She was like,
He's kidding.
Maybe.
She
No.
calls all the time.
Maybe it's because I haven't been the biggest fan of Rise of Skywalker. Oh my gosh, we have two segues. Which one do I go with first? Tross. We're going to go with Tross because I want to get the negativity out of the way.
Okay.
So she hasn't been calling me because I haven't been the biggest fan, which is so funny because rewind your podcast catcher thing to like 5 episodes ago when The Rise of Skywalker first came out. I was talking about how much I loved it. I was very excited. I love Star Wars. I want to love all these things. I still love a lot of what it did, I personally love that Rey chose the last name of Skywalker, gave her something, and I understand when people say they liked her being a no one and they wanted her to be a no one. I would like to have a conversation with some of those people because I wonder if they've ever been like in my personal situation where I wasn't allowed to take someone's last name even though I wanted to because I was deemed less than, or if they've been in situations like my children who, like, there is a lot of power to taking a name and it can be a very healing thing. And when she's clearly a girl who's dealt with trauma, it's a way to like kind of take on a new life so you can start working through it and moving forward. So I personally really like that. I'm really thinking that Ben shouldn't have been redeemed and he shouldn't. I mean, I know he died, but I don't know. The more I don't think I like it.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's coming to DVD at the end of March, so I'm sure I'll watch it 50 more times. Maybe I'll feel differently. I don't know. When I buy my $250 Blu-ray set of like 25 discs or whatever, I'll watch it all, and maybe I'll feel differently in time. I don't know. I've never not liked a Star Wars before, so it's very weird for me to not really like a Star Wars. I don't hate it. I am now. It's like a cheap roller coaster, which I can't do roller coasters, so maybe that's a bad one. It's like a little ride of it's fun, but there isn't really anything of any substance to it. So I don't know. Anyways. Would you like to hear the news that
I'd
I
like
just
to hear
learned
the
this
news.
morning from
Yes.
our friends at I'm Right, You're Wrong podcast who sent me a tweet?
Yes, share
a
it with
message
me.
this morning. So
Just me, though. Don't
So
tell
I think
everybody
it was
else.
just this weekend. C2E2, which is like a Chicago comic book convention. Tom's familiar with comic book conventions, and my many years sitting behind a table trying to
Not
shuffle.
trying, you were doing.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
Shuffle my comics.
Actually, I just saw one of the people that you know who did the comics. I don't know if I can say his name. Apparently, he's been doing it for 25 years.
Oh, Ocho?
Yes, Ocho.
Yep. Y'all should go. I think it's ocho.com.
Yep.
It's a fun little book. It's great ashcan style indie comic from back in the day. It's fun. So C2E2 I think is going on right now or just ended or something. But the novelization to The Rise of Skywalker doesn't come out until March 15th. But they're sold copies earlier. So now there's excerpts and stuff like that popping up online. And it was revealed in the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker, the Palpatine was a clone. And the apparatus that he was attached to was all cloning technology from the Clone Wars, and that there was like vials keeping this body put together because he was so filled with the dark side that the body was deteriorating. So the gigantic question of how is he back wasn't answered in the movie. Like, I'm cool with some stuff being discussed in a book. Like, you can't put everything in a book. I'm cool with it. But, like, that's just more stuff of, like, why? Should have been in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Should have been in the movie.
What do you, like... Did you even care that you, like...
Well,
or he was back and you were good?
Yeah, they told me he was back. I was fine with it. Why would I think anything else?
I'm wondering if like it was all in there. Apparently there's like a 3-hour cut of the movie, and Disney apparently came in and said that's too long of a movie, even though they just put out a 3-hour movie before that made a lot of money. Or maybe it was a 3-hour movie that was not good. I don't know. I'm wondering if The Rise of Skywalker could have been great, but it was so fast paced and edited so poorly that maybe it was really good and powers that be ruined it, not the creator.
Well, I wonder if we'll get the deleted scenes when the box set comes out.
Yeah, I don't remember how. I can't remember if it was Rian Johnson or J.J. Abrams said they didn't like deleted scenes. I think it was J.J. Abrams who didn't put very many.
Okay.
They were like, the film that's out there is the film that it is, and I don't know. I like seeing deleted scenes. It's fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's just more, I'm just a little disappointed that there's more stuff that should have been in the movie that wasn't there. And a line or two could have, I'm in an interesting place with Star Wars lately because in my rewatch of Clone Wars, it's really like it's like kind of another reminder of how much I love Star Wars, like how much I love that show.
Mm-hmm.
and that series. And one of the things I love about Star Wars is the pew 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 part, and they just kind of gloss over things so we can all put ourselves in those characters. I enjoy that. But this series kind of gave more explanation. They never give you everything. But so I don't know what I want Star Wars to be. Do I want Star Wars with more detail than we used to get, or do I like Star Wars without a lot of detail? I'm working through it, Thomas. Working through it.
Well, you get a lot more detail when you see the series. As
Yeah, I
opposed
mean,
to
they
a
have more
movie.
time.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Well, maybe do they though? You know, each one of
yes
these
and
are
no.
like
Yeah.
21,
But yeah,
22
I
minutes.
wonder how many episodes, how much Ahsoka did we really get?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you polled just her episodes, that'd be an interesting thing. Because those characters in the sequel trilogy still had 9 hours, close to 9 hours of screen time.
Maybe
You know?
Disney needs to, or Star Wars needs to focus more on these series for a while and stay away from the movies.
I did read a tweet or something, and I wish I had gone more into it, but I really didn't. So I'm now one of those who just read a tweet and is going to report on it with my platform again.
Oh, you're that one now.
This very powerful platform. Anyways, Bob Iger said something about Star Wars was going to be the focus for a while was going to be the series.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they better always be movies.
I'm sure there'll still be movies, but they'll probably pull in new audiences and everything.
Well, there we go. We just circled back to my second segue of the other thing in the news that I wanted to discuss that honestly I'm really stoked about, and that is the High Republic. It was formerly known as the Project Luminous that was announced back in April of 2019 at Star Wars Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a series of books and comics for all ages, but it's basically setting up a new era of Star Wars that we've never been introduced to.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple 100 years, 400, I've seen both. Hundreds of years before the Skywalker saga, when we're in a time of peace and the Republic is out there doing its thing, being good old people, and the Jedi are the Jedi Knights that we first read about in the crawl of the Phantom Menace, just protecting the galaxy, basically. But I guess the Republic is much smaller, it sounded like. So there's Jedi that are there, and they're kind of like the Knights of the Round Table. And then there are Jedi that are out wandering through the Outer Rims, which what that looks like in this, I don't know, but they refer to them as Texas Rangers, and this is really more of a Wild West meets the Knights, and which just sounds really, really awesome. It was really great in some of the images that we saw. We saw some of the old our old school aliens. There was a Twi'lek, there was a Tagruta, there was a Trandoshan. We saw a Wookiee. It was really nice seeing the things that were non-existent in the sequel trilogy, which was really disappointing, because that's the universe that we know. So they should have been in there, at least some. But I'm really stoked. And then the villains, the main villain, are called the Nile, and they refer to them as space Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And then Something Wicked This Way Comes was a book they referenced, and I love that book. So I'm thinking that Something Wicked must be the Sith, kind of floating out there. So you saw the little trailer. There's a trailer at StarWars.com. What did you think?
I thought it looked really interesting. I know it's going to be something totally different for myself because it's, comic books, things like that. And I don't generally...
Novels.
And novels. Okay, awesome. I think it's nice to watch from the ground floor and see the species of Max Rebo. What was his species?
And Ortolin or Ortolin, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but yes.
It's the only
Max
familiar
Rebo
thing.
Nile.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty interesting.
Pink Milk is about to become canon, Thomas.
Boom.
No, I was it should be cool for you. You and I are going to be on the same level playing field now because it's this whole new thing.
I'm not sure it would be the same level playing field. You are the super fan.
So, what do you have? I'm really excited about this. There's two characters that we know. Well, one, Chewbacca was born right around this time. It's 200 years before the Skywalker saga.
Okay.
And Chewbacca's 200 something years old. Not Max Rebo, Maz Kanata and Yoda are alive during this time.
Okay.
Yoda, I would imagine, is still part of the Jedi Council, assuming the Jedi Council are around. Which would be cool. I don't know if they need to jump in right away. Because one thing that I find interesting is like they were all excited about having something new. But then you put it somewhere that there's still characters around, which it maybe is smart. I don't know. I mean, I'm down to see. I would like to get to know Maz more. She was a really interesting character in The Force Awakens, and then she kind of disappeared. But I think she was 1,000 years old at The Force Awakens, so she's even older than Yoda.
Wow.
But there were some really cool things. Like I like this great disaster's the thing that they said starts all of this, and spins the galaxy out of control. At that time, there was a shot of what looked like the Watchtower from Justice League. So I wonder if that's what it is. It's like the Watchtower in Justice League was like their headquarters that was like a satellite type thing or whatever, floated around the orbit of the Earth. And we saw that thing orbiting out there, and it kind of reminded me of the Jedi Temple a little bit. So maybe they are out there monitoring planets or something. I don't know. That was cool looking. And then I don't know, I'm just like really excited about the possibilities of these things. And maybe like I like that there was a clear writer's room. They've spent years on it developing this, which hopefully will be a more united storytelling than what the sequel trilogy brought us. That really they did move very, very fast, and it shows now that it's all done that it's not very connected. But I wonder if these are. I like that one of the dudes said that this is going to be like an incubation center, that maybe the movies will spin out of this or a TV show. Like I'm looking forward to a TV show that's connected to the movies. And I don't know how that would work in Star Wars, but like now that just on a quick side note that isn't Star Wars, but something that I would like to see, like I'm a really big X-Men fan. And I'm really stoked that X-Men is now back home with Marvel. And what I would love to see that the old movies never brought was really the school and the students. And it's a really important part of X-Men. I would personally love to see a Disney Plus series about the students and the school. And those still feed into movies where the X-Men are in movies, but it's like the big epic things that need to happen. But I would like something like that with Star Wars. Like this High Republic, there's got to be students. That'd be kind of cool to have more like a grounded, really character-focused thing to get to know some of these characters. And then, but we see them on the big screen too and at bigger events. It'd be really neat.
It'd be pretty cool.
I kind of like that they alluded to the fact that the Republic isn't super big. And I don't know, like, if they're growing. Like, by the time we see the Phantom Menace, so 200 years later, like, the universe, the galaxy is really, really big. So is something out of this going to spin that out where they become bigger?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's cool.
I mean, that's what they're saying. It could be anything, right? They can create anything from it.
Yeah. Like, and I like this idea that there's a core group of characters that'll just kind of branch out to different things. I mean, it really is like they're taking the Marvel idea. It's the Avengers, and now they're putting them out there. But it's proven successful, and it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm really, really excited.
I can tell. Congratulations.
And I'm going to be able to read some comics again. Maybe I'll read some novels.
Maybe.
Sure, maybe. Definitely read some comics. Hopefully they'll be great. I'm very excited. And I hope that was more than just a concept sketch of a Max Rebo bad guy. Because it's pretty rad. Pretty rad. We'll see. Anyways, I think that's really awesome. I'm super excited about it. Yeah. Anything else for you on that?
Not on that part. Nope.
All right. Well, thank you. We will be right back, and we get to see what kind of notes Tom took.
Dun dun dun.
And we're back.
We're back.
I am excited to be educated on this episode that I've only seen once and someone has seen twice.
Well, let's be honest. I did fall asleep the first time.
I wasn't going to throw you under the bus.
Hey, I live under the bus.
All right, Thomas. Episode 2 of Season 7, The Clone Wars. What's it called?
Number 1, A Distant Echo.
Echo. And what's our fortune cookie?
Your what?
Our fortune cookie. What's our little moral that we should be paying attention to?
You know what? I almost wrote it down, but I didn't.
Okay, well, I did.
Well,
So
then thank God you're here.
The search for truth begins with belief.
The funniest thing is I was confused. I'm like, wait, is that the name of the episode? So I had to pause it to see what the name of the episode was. So, all right. So you want me to write that down in the future? I can do that. I can do that. All right. Well, let's get into it. Without further ado, we'll talk about the episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting back. Tom's taking over the show.
There we go. So the ship is flying into the hangar, and in the hangar you see Obi Wan, Anakin, and Rex, and they're talking. Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Bottom line is, I think it was Obi Wan said that the Jedi Council will permit them to go out and search for Echo. And because they were actually talking about Echo being missing, and
because
that they thought they heard him.
Echo's voice was in that algorithm. That this algorithm from the previous episode was the thing that was predicting all of their attacks, basically. So
correct. Well, which leads me to my next point, which is that Obi-Wan says, "Hey, remember your primary goal is to find out what the Separatists, how that they are predicting their strategy."
Okay.
So, and what their next moves are. So that's what the whole goal was.
Okay, so remember, I've only seen this once.
Mm-hmm. Well, ask me a question.
Was this before or after the communication, the secret communication?
It was before, Brian.
Okay. Because the secret communication, I'm very curious. I'm like, there was something, and it started really, really, really quickly in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and I think, do you remember I told you we've seen these episodes like in some form, they've changed a little bit. So I feel like they've been rewritten because the writing in this episode felt a little more current.
Okay.
It didn't totally, something about it didn't totally jive for me in the old Clone Wars.
Okay.
It was a little punchier than normal.
Mm-hmm.
It felt a little more, speaking of like the Avengers, it felt a little more Marvel-y, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just felt a little different.
Interesting.
I'd have to watch it again to like really pinpoint it, but it was just something that stuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly this exchange that's about to happen in front of the door between Rex and Obi-Wan.
Okay, but something happens before that.
Okay, go.
There's a little exchange between Anakin and Rex, and Rex just wanted to head off to this, find where Echo is, and Anakin is like, hey, that thing we have to do, we've got to do that thing. So they end up going back to, I believe, was it his
barracks?
His barracks, correct. Okay, so he was watching, Anakin went in the barracks, and Rex is guarding the door.
Mm-hmm.
And the secret communication is between Anakin and Padme.
Padme, who looked pregnant.
Padme, yes, she did look pregnant.
Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, she did. She looks pregnant. So,
which is curious.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to figure out when this takes place. Because Anakin didn't know she was pregnant at the beginning of The Rise of Skywalker. Or The Revenge of the Sith, episode 3. So this might take place during episode 3.
Correct.
Or literally right before.
Mm-hmm.
Like right before.
Correct.
So what I'm wondering is at the end of this arc, which I was four episodes long, I read somewhere, if somehow this is going to lead them to the opening of Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will be during the Revenge of Sith with Ahsoka, which would be really awesome. So it'll be like a side story. I'm just curious how this is going to go down. Proceed.
Okay. So next they, split the screenshot, and Obi-Wan is walking towards the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Anakin and Padme, are having a conversation, and Anakin is sharing that he's getting concerned that Rex is getting his feelings are getting in his way.
Yeah, the mission is becoming too personal.
Exactly, compromised in a way. So Padme just reminds Anakin that Rex has always been by his side, and that he should trust in, since he has always been for Anakin, he should trust his instinct with regards to Rex.
It's really actually a very sweet and touching thing. It
Very
spoke
much
very
so.
highly of Padme.
Correct.
And what they've done already in these first episode and the first 5-10 minutes of this one.
Right.
Which Clone Wars, the series, has always done, but I feel like a hyper focus on really making the clones individuals and have some sort of agency, which the films never did. They were just straight up, they were basically droids.
Right.
So it's interesting. It's really cool. I like it.
Cool. Well, so Obi-Wan gets to the door, starts speaking to Rex, saying, "Hey, what's going on?" And Rex says that Anakin is inspecting his barracks. So a few minutes go by. Anakin comes out, makes some reference to Rex, which I don't remember, but he flips the helmet to him.
Like that, right?
And then Obi-Wan's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" But they didn't say. They start getting towards the ship, and Obi-Wan crosses the line and says, "Well, I hope you told Padme I said hello." At least something,
which
to that
is
effect.
Interesting,
Right? Because they're not supposed to have relationships because they're Jedi.
So how long?
And now knowing that Obi-Wan had a relationship, or had not
wanted to have a relationship,
right,
but didn't let himself.
Right, with what's her name?
With Satine, Duchess Satine.
Duchess Satine, yes.
Yeah. It was. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I guess, like you said, maybe you said something that I didn't quite think about, which I should have. But like Obi-Wan wanted to have
because I take copious notes.
Obi-Wan wanted to have a relationship, but didn't let himself. So is he envious and supportive of Anakin having his relationship? Because before this, it was assumed that he didn't know until Revenge of the Sith. So I don't know. It was just very nonchalant too. It wasn't a big deal, which was, I don't know. That was an interesting choice. Maybe it'll become something bigger in the next episode or two.
Maybe. So I'm going on my notes. They're all.
Do you think attachment is that good or bad? Because it has to do with this episode in particular. It has to do with Anakin and Padme. It also has to now do with Rex and Echo.
Well, I can't help but insert my personal feelings. I think attachment is good. So I think it's ridiculous to not let people have attachment. Human beings want attachment, need attachment to be successful in their own lives and with other individuals.
There we go.
Is that the right answer?
There is no right or wrong answer.
There's my answer.
Which is usually the right answer.
Good
answer. Yes, it is. You're 100% perfect.
There you go. So anyway, they're all on flight, and they're heading towards I couldn't quite, but I'm going to make a guess at the name of the planet. I think it was Shaddock Minor, but I couldn't.
Skako Minor. S-K-A.
Okay.
S-K-A-K-O. Minor.
Skadok.
Skako.
Minor.
Skako. S-K-A-K-O.
Okay. All right. Well, then they were hitting some kind of rough weather going in, and they had anticipated a rough landing. But they went on to mention that once they were there, because they weren't sure what was going on at this very primitive planet, and that they worship flying reptiles. So
yeah, we saw one of those.
One actually jumps on the ship immediately and starts jumping on it.
We saw those bat-looking things in the trailer. Whenever those trailers first came out, and it still looked a little bit like the son from Mortis.
Okay,
the son and daughter could transform into things. She turned.
Because it was yellowish.
Yeah. They were cool looking. Those little aliens.
Yeah, they
liked
were.
them.
They obviously they weren't speaking the same language. So they
Mhm.
had to have the other clone, who I forgot his name, but do all the translations back and forth.
Yeah.
Glasses
Tech?
guy, tech guy. There you go.
Yo, I'm blanking on his name.
It was
already,
kind of
too.
funny when they came out of the ship, though. You know, they came out there like because one of the reptiles was jumping on the ship,
Mhm.
and they come out as if though they know these people. Hey, stop that, don't do that. And then a little battle ensues, and they go ahead and they were basically they were looking for Anakin anyway, so they wanted to get the leader of the person who brought the war to their planet or was going to bring the
Yeah,
war
so
to
they
their
knew
planet.
Anakin was a Jedi. A lot of
Correct.
the world,
Right.
a lot of the galaxy. It's so funny talking like we're so used to talking about the world here, but in Star Wars land, it's the galaxy. But we learned from the arc with Barasafi and Ahsoka, a
Mhm.
lot of the galaxy doesn't trust the Jedi anymore, which is what Palpatine was trying to do, which is why he made them generals, because who are people going to not like? The boss of the army that invaded your planet. So
Right.
he was very smart in making them the generals to
Mhm.
make them look like villains. So these people look at the Jedi not as the saviors and not as the guardians of peace and justice they once were, which we will see in the High Republic, but now generals in an army who've taken their power too far and are now using it to control. It's
Mhm.
interesting. But I think it was funny. Whatever the guy's name, I want to say I can't. The Bad Batch definitely was not front and center in this episode. They were kind of the background characters
Correct.
more so. Like, how does he read their language? Like, how does he speak it? Because his little goggles like translated it from whatever to Arabish.
To
And then
many
it's
languages it kept.
It was two. The Arabish is the main language in Star Wars.
Okay.
But whatever they were saying, it was just funny. But
Okay.
whatever, minor
Mhm.
details doesn't matter with Star Wars. Those things work. Just funny.
Okay.
So he's like, hey, this dude just wants to know why they're invading, right?
Well, yeah, but I skipped a part. So they kidnapped basically the
Yeah.
Anakin,
Mm-hmm.
and then Rex shot one of his guns with
Mm-hmm.
a line attached.
that was
Who was it?
The Bad Batch did that. So
Oh,
the
it was the Bad
sharpshooter
Batch.
guy, which
A sharpshooter guy.
I've already
that's right.
done and forgot all their names. Crosshair was that guy's name.
Okay.
Shot his little like a
Correct.
tow cable
Mm-hmm.
and zipped it around his feet. And then the leader guy, which I don't remember his name, who has more of a stormtrooper looking helmet, I noticed. Anyways,
Okay.
he's like, I'll go get him.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool though.
It was pretty cool. And they eventually caught up with them, and then they communicated back and forth. And then they said, hey, we're not who you're looking for. We didn't bring it to your planet, the
Mhm.
war. And we were looking for someone. So they, made nice and led them to the place they believed that they were hearing the transmission from Echo.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point in time.
Yeah, they gave him 2 scouts, right? 2 guides
Correct.
to take them there. And then they brought him there, and those 2 people bounced.
Right. Okay, so hang on. Gotta turn the page of my notes here.
We're old school here at Pink Milk. No, we don't use computers. We still use.
No, we use a
No.
little of everything, but I do like a good notebook. This way I always have track of everything right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right next to my little handy dandy children's books. So anyway.
Which we haven't busted out yet, but I do have a Clone Wars
You
encyclopedia.
haven't bought me a little golden book on
Yeah, we need to
Clone
find the
Wars.
golden books for Clone Wars and the sequel trilogy.
the good old days. So, all right, here we go. So then they lose the transmission as they're getting close to where the scouts took them.
Okay.
And it turns out that it is this very tall tower. They make reference to the lift or something like that they're going to have to be taken up. They're hoping that they can get in there. And one of them reminds the other group in the party that it is a stealth mission. So they want to be quiet and to not kill.
Except for the big dude doesn't know how to do that.
Correct. And then they're just the droids left and right. So.
Yeah, those were some cool looking droids. So that was the Techno Union. I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wat Tambor, I think is his name, right? The tooth guy?
The green guy?
Yeah, he looks like a tooth.
Oh, the bluish green guy.
Yeah.
But who's the other green guy who actually communicated with them when they were going to go through the door?
Yeah, that's Wat Tambor.
But not
No, that's
Okay.
Admiral Trench.
Okay.
The tarantula looking dude. Wat Tambor is in the movies. We've seen him, I think, in episode 2
Okay.
and 3.
Okay.
He's the last guy that Anakin kills in Revenge of the Sith when he gets to God, I'm blanking on that planet's name. That's embarrassing. Anyways, he kills him.
Okay.
But they look like teeth. They look
Okay.
like little molars. But he was saying, and I like that this show says why all the people are like in the High Council of the Separatists. Mustafar, that's where he is, duh. And he's like, I'm a neutral planet, so the Republic can't do anything to me because we're neutral. I was like, oh, that's why the Separatists have them employed, because they can make him the face of all these things, but since they're neutral, no one can do anything to them, which was kind of cool. And it was nice seeing that little water hologram thing. We saw that in the opening of episode 1. Padme talks to Newt Gunray in that little like magic pool hologram thing. It was neat. But those droids, I've never seen them before, and I would like to get a still of them because they looked cool. So they're shooting up the droids.
They're shooting up the droids, and then it's a very large place. And they all decide to split off to find where Echo is. And they're supposed to communicate with one another when they do locate Echo. So, long story short, they finally come to a door. They do split up. They get back together.
Those droids are called D-Wing droids.
D-Wings, okay. And a lot of shooting back and forth. They do find... finally get into the room where they do find Echo.
Well, that was...
He's in a...
Like a...
Wait, I wrote it down. A stasis chamber.
Yep.
So, anyway, he's hooked up to lots of tubes, which is interesting because you mentioned something about...
Well, hang on.
About Palpatine being hooked up to things and how he wasn't really alive.
At the top of this thing, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking it was very similar to this, even though he wasn't in a stasis.
Well, what
chamber.
I liked, too, when they were talking to Wat Tambor in the little hologram pool, he was like, your friend's gone, but we have his brain. And I was like, oh my God. I was like really nervous. We're just going to see this like brain attached to these things and how horrible that would be. But you're right, actually, that... In that excerpt that we talked about at the beginning, Ben Solo says that he sees this thing that Palpatine's attached to and is like, hey, I've studied this when I was a boy, learning about the Clone Wars, and here we are, something very similar. So, what came first, who knows? But that I like to see how those kinds of things are like kind of tied together.
Right.
So, I found that very sad. You were like, didn't think it was that sad?
Well, he was messed up.
Yeah, so he was kept unconscious.
Right.
For who knows how long, because I don't know all the timeline period, but looked like he had robot legs like Darth Maul. He was all confused, and like when he starts to come to, the first thing he mentions is like he's still stuck back then of like, you guys go, and that was he was trying to help his friends get to their ships, which is how he died.
Right.
And that part, and then just to see Rex, like, it was just really sad.
Yeah, Rex tells him, hey, he's going home. He came back to... Yep. I think Echo may have said you came back for me or something. I don't remember.
Well, he was surprised. And that's such a... It's the trite thing. It never gets old. Star Wars always is like, they're surprised that you think enough of me. I'm not just a soldier. I'm more than what it is. And it's like, the bad guys will leave everybody... They don't care. I mean, look what Count Dooku did to Asajj. And he cared about Ventress. You could tell in that episode when Palpatine's like, executor. Dooku wasn't cool about it. He didn't want to do it, but he's following orders because he put himself first. And here's his protege that he, molded into who he wanted her to be and just ditched her. But here we are, soldiers who will come back, and the good guys will risk everything to go save a soldier. It never gets old. It's really a very beautiful thing, and he was just kind of holding him, and he's like, I'm here for you, dude. It was very nice.
And then the episode ends.
And then it ends.
So did my note-taking.
Well.
So what do you think? That was pretty good. I did well.
Yes, how did you think? Did you enjoy the episode more, taking notes and recanting them this way? How was it?
I really did. You were right.
One more time.
Nope.
A little
just
louder.
Said it once.
I didn't hear you though.
You can play this back.
My headset was off. What was it?
You can play it back. Then you can hear it all you want.
I will make it my new ringtone every time that you call.
That's a great idea.
You are right. You are right. You are right. Oh, figure out how to make ringtones. So I'm assuming the next episode's gonna be all about them getting off your Skyco Minor or whatever, right? With Echo, would be my guess. Hopefully,
No, I bet we see it open up back at the other place already.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Admiral Trench dead.
See, that's the arc. That's what needs to wrap up.
Yeah. So yeah, because at some point they need to start winding down
Mm-hmm.
because the Separatists, it looked. I wonder if they're going to do that. So in the original Clone Wars, there was a Clone Wars series that came out a few years before this one.
Right.
It came out after Episode 2 and before Episode 3. And it's different. It's no longer canon, but it's really cool. They start off as like little 5-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But right, like a few weeks or a month or two before the Revenge of the Sith, there was this other series, and we see that's when we meet Grievous the first time was in animation. And it was the final episode was how he kidnapped Chancellor Palpatine from the Senate. Because if you remember at the opening of Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine is a prisoner, in quotes. And it was them rescuing him. So I wonder if they might go back into that here somehow. Because I'm really curious. Like, she's pregnant. He doesn't know. So how did he not
But
know?
you're making an assumption she's pregnant. She looks pregnant, but that could be
And she's
just
holding
the
her
outfit.
stomach.
Was she?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, she's straight up pregnant.
You know. You must know her.
I do. Her name is Padme Amidala.
Uh-huh.
And
Mama of Princess Leia.
And
Luke Skywalker.
yep. And she lost the will to live when she gave birth to 2 beautiful babies. Luke. Leia. Not one of Star Wars' shining moments.
Oh.
So, yeah, anyways, it was fun. These episodes are good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the deal. They're not blowing me away yet. They're good.
Yeah, this one was better than the last one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was the last one didn't have a lot of heart to it. It was needed to set things up. It was fine.
For me, I didn't know what was going on, so
This episode was fine. They're good. But these are like, to me, these are the filler episodes of Clone Wars. And I do, maybe do I wish there was a bigger bang at the beginning of something that I've waited this long to see new episodes for? Possibly.
At least it wasn't that other episode that we thought was season
jeez.
7.
Don't want to go back into that void.
That was really horrible.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I don't know. I'm excited. And I know from the trailers what's Anaxis? Is that the planet they're on, right? Before they left, before they got to this Minor place?
I don't know.
So in the trailer, we saw one little clip, and it was the first time we saw Ahsoka. It's Anakin and Obi Wan walking in what looks like that hangar that they've been in.
Right.
And it's the first time Anakin has seen Ahsoka since she walked away and she turns around the hologram with Bo-Katan. So this arc has to go into the Mandalorian thing. But I'm curious because we've also seen clips with Ahsoka on the lower levels of Coruscant, and they come across like, I don't know, they look like homeless kids or something. I don't know what the deal is, but there's like she's like the little black girl with the cool like shaved head on one side and the froey thing on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So is this post Order 66? She's in a new outfit. She's in a blue out. Like, I don't know. I'm very excited.
No, I'm excited
So,
too.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to these 2 episodes ending so I can get to my girl Ahsoka.
Wow.
And I'm really hoping that we'll get some Dark Disciple. And you like Ventress, so there'll be more Ventress action
I do
if
love
it comes
my
into the
Ventress.
show. We'll see. Thank you,
Thank
Thomas.
you for
Until next
a
week.
job well done on my part, huh?
You honestly, I'm pretty impressed.
Well, thank you.
This might be the way it goes from now on. I had it was fun listening to your very detailed report.
And I had things to say that you didn't even insert. So,
Yeah, I did. Who's your favorite character so far from these arcs? Who do you find?
if I have to just pick this group,
Do you find any of these stories interesting enough to go, you know what, I'm relating to this one in this particular arc so far?
Anakin.
Okay.
Yeah,
And why so?
because I can be a Darth Vader too.
Please say no. I have children that I would not like you to murder.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm enjoying Anakin's character.
Okay.
So
Boom. Cool. I'm looking forward to Echo, seeing what we get from him.
okay.
I really liked the ending of this episode.
He hasn't had a lot of screen time, so
No,
he
but I
hasn't made
really, really liked the ending
impression
of
yet
this.
from me.
So if this next one jumps off here, these could be more than fine episodes.
Okay.
But right now, they're just fine
Okay.
for me. So thank you for listening, everyone. Looking forward to having a Max Rebo bad guy. Please, Lucasfilm, listen to this and do not make that just a concept art sketch. Until next week, this has been Pink Milk, and it's time to squeeze your teats and drink up. Tom was over there making motions. He's not going to want you to know, but that's what he was doing. And then I got distracted, so I didn't tell you to
Drink up.
follow. Wait, first. See, we're both. Tom, you've just got me too excited. Follow us at Pink Milk House on Twitter and Instagram at Pink Milk House. Pink Milk House. Haus. Why, Tom?
Because Brian's a fancy guy.
That's right. You can see us at pinkmilk.site, and you can write us at pinkmilkhouse@gmail.com. Until next week with the Clone Wars, we're coming back. We'll listen. Or no, I'm sorry. We'll talk to you then. This was a buzzkill of an ending. So I'm going to have to
Drink up, though.
go do a double shot and drink up. Bye.